Entertainment Facebook page. I am joined by actor Jon Heder. Jon, so great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you are in a hilariously funny new film called Ghost Team.
I like that adverb in front of hilariously funny.
It's hilariously
funny. Not painfully funny or excruciatingly funny.
It's hilariously,
I'll take it.
It's hilariously funny. It's cute. It's cute, and it's a little scary.
It's got a couple moments.
Yeah.
It's weird having. I just saw it for the first time last night at the premiere, and having shot, been there for all the moments, I didn't really get scared because it felt like being in a haunted house. In that, it's all just fake. But like when I watch real scary movies, I get scared because I'm not there and I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, that's the thing. I turned it on and it was like the first couple of moments, even the music, I was scared. But then it turns and then it's funny and then it's scary at times.
It's mostly for laughs, you guys. Don't take it too seriously.
But for people who don't know, give us a little bit of background on the film.
Well, it's about my character Lewis, who likes to watch those like ghost hunting reality shows that have been around for ages, and there's so many of them, and he's obsessed with them, and he is this guy. He runs this copy place, and he's sick of his just day-to-day life. And he's one of those characters who just wants something a little bit more. He needs an adventure. And he finds, catches wind of this possible haunted farm in upstate New York. So him and his best friend kind of assemble this team of losers, people who don't really know, misfits, if you will, like the classic unprofessionals who don't really know what they're doing, and they hop in a van and head up to the barn and check it out. He wants to capture and document existence of paranormal life, and then become the next big ghost hunter.
I love it. So David Krumholtz plays your best buddy.
Yes.
And it's a great cast. Justin Long, Amy Sedaris. What was it like running alongside these guys?
I mean, it was awesome. It was a dream because after having watched the film and realizing how great every single personality is so different in the characters, and they capture it perfectly. I mean, David Krumholtz is so funny. He plays this very sad, hapless character.
Yes.
I mean, who's always crying, and then Justin Long is like this crazy wannabe cop who is over the top stupid. And no, it was great because these people, never having worked with any of them, and we all got to camp out essentially for like 2 weeks on this farm.
Oh, really?
I mean, I
was wondering how it was, what it was like shooting something like this.
I mean, when you shoot something, it's an independent film and it's independently financed, so you have a few more constraints than a typical studio film. But I love it for that, and I was so excited knowing that we'd be shooting in late fall in Long Island, and it was cold, and I love shooting the cold. I love it. It really did feel like you're there, you're alive. We got to run around with these gas lanterns, and that could explode at any second, and we loved it. I loved it. Half the time they're like, crew, can we get over here? This is going to blow up and we're going to catch on fire.
Oh my gosh.
I loved it. I loved it.
And I'm sure you bonded with these people. Being on that set for that long.
It felt like a camping trip where you're stuck with them. I mean, really, we didn't have fancy trailers or anything. We just had this like warming hut where we'd go hang out in between takes and try to get warm by the heating vents and tell stories and dance. There was a lot of dancing.
A lot of fun. By the way, if you're watching on Facebook, send us your comments and your questions, and I'll try to get to them on the air here. So do you yourself believe in ghosts?
I think I do.
Yeah.
Actually. I mean, I believe in, life after death, so I guess I got to believe in the people who didn't catch the bus and are stuck here in the medium. I don't know. I mean, I think I kind of do. Right?
All right. Yeah, I kind of.
Maybe some people.
I think I do in a way.
It's fun. It's one of those things. It's just fun to believe in. I get into it. I like those kind of movies. I mean, when it gets a little too Hollywood and a little special effectsy, it's like, all right, that's not going to happen. But I like it. A little bit of what you don't see. Blair Witch Project, when that came out, it's just kind of like the less you see, the better.
Yeah.
And I kind of get into that sort of in that world, and I like that.
Yeah.
I can buy that. You
can buy into it. What was your reaction last night when you saw the film for the first time? Was it what you expected?
It was, it was what I guess, I don't know, I didn't have a lot of expectations. You don't know when you're shooting a film like that. It was a very, very technical film. And when you're shooting in that small amount of time and you don't have a lot of resources and you got to like make do with crane shots and out in the middle of nowhere in the marshes and in the forest and running around, and we had to get a lot of stuff. I didn't really have expectations, but it turned out great. I was very happy with it. Well, and it's very funny.
It's funny. I was laughing out loud at times. Speaking of ghosts, we see a new ghost film in theaters, which is Ghostbusters. Have you checked it out yet?
I did. I went to the premiere, and I thought it was very good.
Yeah, it was good. What did you like about it?
I thought it was nice because it was a remake, essentially. I mean, it felt very similar to the original and capturing kind of that essence. But doing it with an all-female cast was kind of a genius little move. Like, it's fun to see them flip the tables, but essentially have the same kind of dynamics and you know, the same story, and feeling like we can get behind these characters. And you know, the ghosts were actually really cool in the movie. I was like surprisingly like, okay, there's some cool ghosts here, and so it was fun.
Also a great cast.
Yeah.
So I can't believe it's been 12 years since we put out Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, what do you think? I mean, your life has changed so much since then, I'm sure. But what did you know? I'm sure going in, you couldn't have imagined what it would take on, what it would become.
I mean, yeah. Every few years, I have to reimagine the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Assuming, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
No, yeah, you really don't know what it's going to be like. How long is this going to last? And then you kind of start to realize it's fallen into that category of being a cult film. And really, the more I look at it, and I think it was really smart in hindsight, you know, seeing what the director and the writer had done, trying to make this a story that really could last for a long time and really could be relatable to almost any generation. I mean, it's set in the 2000s, but it, you know, has elements of the 90s and the 80s and the 70s in there. And so not only is it great for all those generations and people, but, you know, for here on out, when my children are older and their children, it's still about awkward youth. And there's in high school and having to grow up and learn to be a kid. And I think that's something everyone.
That's why it's resonated, I think. Yeah, and that's why people are still discovering it.
Yeah.
I want to get to a couple of comments here.
Please.
Tammy Neer says, my kids didn't think that our annual summer trips to Idaho were cool until Napoleon Dynamite came out. Thanks, Jon Heder. Oh,
You're welcome.
Really nice.
You are so... it's just, you know, you never know if those Teton Mountains are going to be interesting enough. But I'm glad to superseded their popularity.
Yeah, and you know, you were, like, it was made on such a shoestring budget, and you apparently weren't paid that much at all, right? $1,000 at the start, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, something in that ballpark.
Yeah, yeah, and then I guess it's like it just took off and went really crazy.
Yeah.
Allison wants to know: are there plans for any sort of Napoleon Dynamite reunion?
Reunion. Well, we did the cartoon a few years ago, and that was, you know, a bit of a reunion. We had the 10-year anniversary 2 years ago. So we did a lot of stuff that year. So I don't know if we have to wait another 10 years or 15 years for the 25th. Who knows? But we, you know, we keep in contact.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I bet, you know, after, again, going back to the bonding.
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
You spend that much time with people and have such an experience.
It was the same thing. We were all there in Idaho, and especially, I mean, that being really independent film, and first time for a lot of us, first time for me, and hanging out in those crusty little houses up there in Preston, Idaho, and we were stuck together for like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, and it was great.
Do you have a favorite moment from that time or that film itself?
A moment. There's a really, I love the Rex Cordos.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was a great moment, but it was, you know, Diedrich was so cool because he was like the biggest name in the film. Yeah. And he comes in for a day and you could see it on his face that he had really no idea what he was getting into, and nobody still knew.
Sure, yeah.
But he comes in, it was a really great sport, and we did the scene, and it was great because I finally got to sit back and just watch Aaron Rule, who plays Kip, get beat up. It was great.
And I'm sure people still come up to you all the time and quote it, right? Is there like one specific quote or line from the film that...
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
The most surprising, you know, when we made the show, we thought, you know, gosh, and Flippin' Idiot was going to be the trademarks, and they took off. But the one line that is guaranteed, that everybody's favorite line, so specific. Tina, you fat lard, come get some dinner. I mean, it's so specific. You can't, like, when you write that on photos or something, like, well, you got to know Tina to make it funnier, and she's hopefully got to be a little obese to make it even funnier, or no Tina, some animal. I mean, it's like that got me.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, 5 years later, we saw you in Blades of Glory, which is also an amazing film.
Thank
so
you.
Funny. Will Ferrell. What was it like working alongside him?
It was great. It was awesome. I mean, that was a pinch yourself moment for, like, you know, 3, 4, 5 months.
Yeah.
Where it's just like every morning, it's like, wait, I'm making a movie with Will?
Yeah.
I'm not worthy. This is incredible.
And now we're seeing not Winter Olympics. We're in the Summer Olympics right now. Do you keep up with any of the Olympics?
I do.
Yeah.
I love the Olympics. I'm not a sports guy, and I don't know what it is about the Olympics, but I really don't follow any sports. The Olympics come around, and I'm all game.
Yeah.
I love it. I get into it. My kids, we love just sitting down and watching it and following it. And I love both. I love both the winter and summer. It's awesome.
Yes. Someone says maybe we'll see if you can do the dance.
Are they watching right now?
It's live. Yeah, it's live.
You guys, this couch is in the way, and I still am, like, hurting from that broken ankle those years ago.
I understand.
And you know what? Look, just to answer all the questions, no, the dance was not choreographed.
Okay.
It was choreographed in my heart.
Oh,
You hear the music, and it's right on. It was all freestyle. So if I did the dance, it wouldn't look like the Napoleon dance,
Right.
but it would be the same because it's coming from here.
That's true. And it's been a while. You forgot how you did it back then, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I only did it once. Can you remember anything you've done once?
No, I can't even remember what I did yesterday.
Once. Yeah, exactly.
Adrian Hamilton says, "Hi John, what were some of your favorite things to do or see on Long Island on your downtime while filming Ghost Team?"
Okay, I remembered it. I looked it up. So, you know, we're in Brookhaven is where we shot it. It was like this, you know, small town, like farming community, and the only place we'd shoot late nights. A lot of it was night shots, and so after hours we would go to the one restaurant bar / thing that was open. Painters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
Painters
a great
on
plug
Long
for
Island.
Painters. Yeah,
If you're
Painters
going
on Long Island, great. They're great staff. It was just fun because the whole cast we would just pile in there after hours and demand a lot of food. No, they were great.
So you have done, you know, acting for so many years now, but I know you've dabbled into producing and directing and that kind of thing. You know, were you always thinking that you would be an actor growing up?
I didn't. I knew I really got into, in high school, I got into making videos, and I knew I want to get into the industry.
Yeah.
I want to make films to some capacity, whether it be writing or directing or whatever, or acting. And you know, in high school, I acted in my shorts because who else am I going to? I didn't hire anyone.
Watching? Yeah.
Who else is going to be willing to do this? You just cast yourself and your friends. And so I did that, and it kind of spilled over into college, where then I got into film school, and then I did some acting because, again, I had done a little bit. There was a certain clownishness. I liked being in front of the camera. It was fun. And the more I did it in college, the more I felt, oh yeah, people are responding. Their friends were casting me in their short films, and that's essentially how Napoleon came about. 'Cause I knew the director. We were in class together, and he cast me in the short film version of Napoleon, and that's all it was. It was like, hey, John, I think you could play this dorky guy.
Yeah, you're like,
you got the look, and I was like, sweet, yeah, of course. I mean, I'd take no offense to that.
Yeah, look, I mean, it changed your life. Really.
Yeah, it changed my. No, I mean, especially when you're a film student and you're not necessarily going down that path, but when someone says, "Hey, we're going to shoot a feature-length film of this," I didn't want to say no.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is so much fun. I love the character, and I love that film. It's such a personal film to me.
And it's become personal for a lot of people,
Yeah.
I think, who watch it and are just still discovering it for the first
It's
time.
something you're proud of, and that's
Yeah.
why I tell a lot of people, like, I don't get sick of it. Like, is this a curse to me? No, because it would if the movie sucked.
Yeah.
If I wasn't proud of it, but I'm so proud of it. And it was like the best filming experience ever.
Yeah. Well, we were doing a little research before we were interviewing you today. We've realized that you were on the same show at one point with Donald Trump on David Letterman.
Donald Trump was a guest on that same,
And
but I wasn't in the same
I don't
room.
know. That's what I was wondering.
I would
If
remember
you would
that.
remember that, right?
Well, does Letterman share the couch with like?
Sometimes he did. I feel like
I
he
think
did.
Trump probably said that I want the couch all to myself so he can just lounge like an Egyptian cat. Like this couch, Whoa, no way.
Is that funny? Yeah, I'm 99% sure that was in the research we were doing.
Man,
That's funny.
I should research that.
Yeah. Have you been following the election at all?
As much as like you can't not follow. I mean, nowadays with social media and everything, it's in your face.
Yeah, it really
It's a roller
is.
coaster.
Yeah.
You follow it. You're on the ride too. Everybody's on that ride.
Everyone, whether you want to be or not, that's the thing. You are on that ride. Okay, I want to mention a couple questions. Alexandra says, "Do you ever miss your Napoleon perm?"
My perm? Yeah, sometimes.
But not enough to have it
So,
back.
I loved playing with the curls, like sitting there, boing, boing, boing. It was easy, I guess. Like, all right, there's not much. It was fun to like. My brother would pick it out.
Okay.
And just turn into huge fro. It was great. I was in the '70s. I did disco dancing in college, so it worked for that.
It worked for that.
But
All right. Jasmine wants to know, do you get some sleep during filming?
do I get sleep during filming? Like in the middle of filming? Like, am I bored enough? Or
I guess, I'm thinking how is it being on set and sleeping?
well, it depends.
Yeah.
If you're shooting long, Ghost Team. I suppose if you're shooting long hours, you might have a little time to catch some Z's inside the farmhouse.
Yeah.
And I mean, we had chickens and geese around. This is, for Ghost Team. Blades of Glory, man. I took some naps there. That film was hard work.
Yeah,
It was
physical.
hard. It's very physical.
Yeah, I can
Like,
imagine.
we were trying to be funny, but like trying to stay in shape and eat healthy. And it's like, oh, this isn't fun at all. But I love skating. I love skating.
Do you ever do it on the side or with your
Well,
kids?
it's not the easiest hobby to keep up. You need a whole bloody rink.
Yeah.
I've taken my daughter
Okay.
once or twice, and it's hard getting back on. I don't know if my feet have swollen, but those ice skates are hardcore.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Like, I thought it was cool. I have my own ice skates now. I put them on, and it's like putting brick boots on.
And you're like, how can I
Oh,
do this?
it kills.
Well, you're a dad of 3, maybe another one on the way. Is that the case?
Another one on the way.
Okay,
yes.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you think they'll ever get into acting? Would you encourage them to go that route or in film in general?
I wouldn't encourage. I mean, if that's what they want to do.
Yeah. Okay, I
I
like
mean,
it.
if that's what I'm not going to push them at all in that direction. My daughter, we'll see. She seems like she could be in. Right now she says she wants to be a singer.
Oh, cute.
So
I
I
wanted
think
to
she
do
wants
that
to
when I
get
was a
into the
kid, too.
entertainment
Yeah.
somehow, but we'll see. Yeah.
All right. So, all right, Ghost Team, what else is on the docket for you?
Ghost Team. There's another film, Tiger Hunter, that is playing the festival circuit, and I think is in talks to get some distribution.
Nice.
Great film, really great film. Danny Pudi stars in that one, along with me, and then Pickle and Peanut is a great Disney cartoon that I voiced Pickle, and it's the first project or really thing I've done that my entire family, my kids watch it, they get it, and they love it.
Nice.
They don't know, like, oh, it's Daddy, and like they're giving me the consolation, like feelings. Like my daughter watched Napoleon, she's like, yeah, it's funny, like it's my favorite movie for a day, and then she's
she
like,
forgets about it.
She likes that I'm him, but whatever. But like, yeah, Pickle and Peanut, they love.
I love it.
And they quote it and they sing it.
That's
it's
so
great.
fun. It's a
Yeah.
family affair at the Heder
It's a family.
household.
It's a weird show, but there's moments where they're laughing, and then my wife and I are looking at just busting up.
And they know you do the voice. They get it.
Yes,
they
yeah.
get it.
No,
Okay,
they
get it.
love that, but it's different enough that they don't feel like they're really listening to Dad. You
Yeah.
know? They're just like, oh, he's a weirdo. This is incredible.
Well, it's been so fun talking with you.
Thank
I
you.
don't think you're a big weirdo.
Well, that's how I gotta bring in the bucks.
Thanks so much for all the comments and questions. And Ghost Team hits theaters Friday.
Friday.
Go see
Yeah.
it. You'll laugh and you'll be scared
Probably
a little
try
bit.
and be
Maybe
scared.
cry.
Pee your pants just a little bit, just a little tittle.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Catch you next stream. This
It's
is
still
the,
live, right?
This is the awkward kind of like, oh, we're just gonna. Oh, Entertainment Facebook page. I am joined by actor Jon Heder. Jon, so great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you are in a hilariously funny new film called Ghost Team.
I like that adverb in front of hilariously funny.
It's hilariously
Not
funny.
painfully funny
No.
or excruciatingly funny.
It's hilariously,
yeah, I'll take it.
It's hilariously funny. It's
It
cute.
is.
It's cute, and it's a little scary.
It's got a couple moments.
Yeah.
It's weird having. I just saw it for the first time last night at the premiere, and having shot, been there for all the moments, I didn't really get scared because it felt like being in a haunted house. In that, it's all just fake. But like when I watch real scary movies, I get scared because I'm not there and I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, that's the thing. I turned it on and it was like the first couple of moments, even the music, I was scared. But then it turns and then it's funny and then it's scary at times.
It's mostly for laughs, you guys. Don't take it too seriously.
But for people who don't know, give us a little bit of background on the film.
Well, it's about my character Lewis, who likes to watch those like ghost hunting reality shows that have been around for ages, and there's so many of them, and he's obsessed with them, and he is this guy. He runs this copy place, and he's sick of his just day-to-day life. And he's one of those characters who just wants something a little bit more. He needs an adventure. So you have a few more constraints than a typical studio film, but I love it for that. And I was so excited knowing that we'd be shooting in late fall in Long Island, and it was cold. And I love shooting the cold. I love it. It really did feel like, you're there, you're alive. We got to run around with these gas lanterns and that could explode at any second. And we loved it. I loved it. Half the time they're like, crew, can we get over here? This is going to blow up and we're going to catch on fire.
Oh my gosh.
I loved it. I loved it.
And I'm sure you bonded with these people. Being on that set for that long.
It felt like a camping trip where you're stuck with them. I mean, really, we didn't have fancy trailers or anything. We just had this like warming hut where we'd go hang out in between takes and try to get warm by the heating vents and tell stories and dance.
Oh my gosh,
there was a lot of dancing.
A lot of fun. By the way, if you're watching on Facebook, send us your comments and your questions, and I'll try to get to them on the air here. So, do you yourself believe in ghosts?
I think I do.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, I believe in life after death. So, I guess I got to believe in the people who didn't catch the bus and are stuck here in the medium. I don't know. I mean, I think I kind of do. Right?
All right. Yeah, I kind of.
Maybe some people.
I think I do in a way.
It's fun. It's one of those things. It's just fun to believe in. I get into it. I like those kind of movies. I mean, when it gets a little too Hollywood and a little special effectsy, it's like, all right, that's not going to happen. But I like it. A little bit of what you don't see. Blair Witch Project, when that came out, it's just kind of like the less you see, the better.
Yeah.
And I kind of get into that sort of in that world, and I like that.
Yeah.
I can buy that. You can
get to buy into it. What was your reaction last night when you saw the film for the first time? Was it what you expected?
It was, it was what I guess. I don't know. I didn't have a lot of expectations. You don't know when you're shooting a film like that. It was a very, very technical film. And when you're shooting in that small amount of time and you don't have a lot of resources and you got to make do with crane shots and out in the middle of nowhere in the marshes and in the forest and running around, and we had to get a lot of stuff. I didn't really have expectations, but it turned out great. I was very happy with it. And it's very funny.
It's funny. I was laughing out loud at times. Speaking of ghosts, we see a new ghost film in theaters, which is Ghostbusters. Have you checked it out yet?
I did. I went to the premiere, and I thought it was very good.
Yeah, it was good. What did you like about it?
I thought it was nice because it was a remake, essentially. I mean, it felt very similar to the original and capturing kind of that needs an adventure. And he catches wind of this possible haunted farm in upstate New York. So him and his best friend kind of assemble this team of losers, people who don't really know, misfits, if you will, the classic unprofessionals who don't really know what they're doing, and they hop in a van and head up to the barn and check it out. He wants to capture and document existence of paranormal life and then become the next big ghost hunter.
I love it. So David Krumholtz plays your best buddy.
Yes.
And it's a great cast. Justin Long, Amy Sedaris. What was it like running alongside these guys?
I mean, it was awesome. It was a dream, because after having watched the film and realizing how great every single personality is so different in the characters, and they capture it perfectly. I mean, David Krumholtz is so funny. He plays this very sad, hapless character.
Yes.
I mean, who's always crying, and then Justin Long is like this crazy wannabe cop who is over the top stupid.
Yep.
And no, it was great, because these people, never having worked with any of them, and we all got to camp out essentially for like 2 weeks on this farm.
Oh, really?
I mean,
That's
we
what
really were.
I was wondering
like,
how it was, what it was like shooting something
well,
like this. Yeah.
I mean, when you shoot something, it's an independent film and it's independently financed, in essence. But doing it with an all-female cast was kind of a genius little move. Like, it's fun to see them flip the tables, but essentially have the same kind of dynamics and the same story, and feeling like we can get behind these characters, and the ghosts were actually really cool in the movie. I was like surprisingly like, okay, there's some cool ghosts here, and so it was fun.
Also a great cast.
Yeah.
So I can't believe it's been 12 years since we put out Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, what do you think? I mean, your life has changed so much since then, I'm sure. But what did you know? I'm sure going in, you couldn't have imagined what it would take on, what it would become.
Every few years I have to reimagine the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Assuming, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
No, you really don't know what it's going to be like. How long is this going to last? And then you kind of start to realize it's fallen into that category of being a cult film. And really, the more I look at it, and I think it was really smart in hindsight, seeing what the director and the writer had done, trying to make this a story that really could last for a long time and really could be relatable to almost any generation. I mean, it's set in the 2000s, but it has elements of the 90s.